So my name is Rich too, and I'm an artist and designer, creative director, also the vice president of digital design at MTV, VH1, CMT, and Logo over at Viacom CBS. I'm mostly a visual thinker, visual problem solver, and that usually means that there's a lot of design in my life, a lot of illustration in my life. I do host a podcast called First Gen Burden, which is about immigrants within the creative community. Lately, a lot of my work from home has been about personal expression. When coronavirus really started to happen, my day-to-day was pretty normal, kind of business as usual. We were slowly hearing the conversation around, like, maybe we would all work from home. We'd also heard that other organizations, they kind of pulled the trigger on that. Personally speaking, I was still just kind of, making my own content that was more topical, but not specifically based around the pandemic or necessarily human interest based. When the pandemic actually became extremely serious, my apartment in Brooklyn converted this kind of, man cave situation into a proper office, and then started doing what I do best as an artist and creator, just making work that was responsive to that, and also something that was kind of uplifting. The way that would manifest itself in visuals about staying home, paying attention to social distancing measures, and then especially 2 months ago when flattening the curve was really a part of that conversation. And then those would be these design-based exercises that I would do in the morning. I wake up around 6 in the morning, and then I'll do something creative like for 1 or 2 hours. And then I'll be in an office, or at least office mode, starting at 9:30 to 10 a.m. When I have those personal creative hours in the morning, or on the weekend when I have a lot more time to myself, I'll usually make work that tries to help maintain my own mental health, and also something that my audience can feel good about, or at least reinforce social distancing. What I'm thinking for myself creatively on a personal level is still just, kind of doing what I do. I feel that personal expression and creating visuals is just in my gut. I'm gonna try to keep a positive vibe about it. And when it comes to work, we're still working on that too. And that Viacom CBS is a really great #Alone Together initiative, which I'm one of the architects of many architects of that initiative. And a lot of the work that I was doing early on 2 months ago has led itself into the larger corporate initiative Alone Together, which is kind of a trip. I'm used to everything being so compartmentalized, but now, we're in a new normal. So there's an intermingling of everything. We're in a unique time. We're in uncharted territory, and what comes next is very unclear. What happens now, though, we do have an element of control in terms of how we maintain our sense of balance, our schedules, the way that we interact with each other. If there were to be any silver lining in all this, what's great is that a lot of things have become truly democratized. And if you are a creative, this is a great time to find or discover a new skill set, or even get back to your creative roots. Even from a content space, this is a great time to experiment. You may very well come out of this understanding yourself better, and you might become more valuable after this because of the work that you're doing in the middle of this quarantine. Maintain a level of positivity and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're still very deep in this tunnel, but there will be another side to this. Look forward to that. And also, if you want to follow the podcast, First Generation Burden, we're in Webby Honoree this year, so that's pretty dope. We have some new episodes coming up. We did a whole bunch of #Stay Home episodes with people from Nike, Spotify, and some really great artists and creatives. There's more conversation about how to stay creative in the middle of a quarantine.